반짝이는 눈빛 눈이 부셔 매일 날 감싸주는 손길.
Eunchang appears to be suffering from depression, but a child psychologist who visited the house diagnosed him with something more serious. Shin Yojin dismissed the psychologist's opinion, but the counselor explained that the only way to help Eunchang was for him to meet Guhana, someone Eunchang wanted to see. The counselor wasn't a medical professional but rather a psychology expert. It turns out Eunchang had a blood cancer, a serious condition that had been developing despite his seeming health. Pediatric leukemia is common in children, but if caught early, it can be treated successfully with a bone marrow transplant. Usually, family members are the best match for bone marrow donations, which makes the process smoother. Eunchang had been living well with Guhana, and Guhana had made sure nothing major happened. However, when Guhana learned the truth about Yojin's biological daughter and had to separate from her, Eunchang's health started to decline. He initially had a fever, thinking it was just a cold, but later it became clear that the situation was more urgent and required a bone marrow transplant. The doctors tested potential donors including Choi Myung-ji, Yoon Se-young, and Shin Yojin. However, as per the country's laws, only family members can donate bone marrow. The only person legally able to do so was Guhana, who had all legal responsibilities for Eunchang. Although Shin Yojin pressured Guhana to keep Eunchang at her home, the legal process needed to be followed for a transplant to happen. Unfortunately, Shin Yojin's bone marrow didn't match, and neither did Choi Myung-ji or Yoon Se-young's, who weren't even relatives. The situation was further complicated when Yoon Se-young's fake pregnancy was exposed because of the bone marrow test. She had lied about being pregnant, even using fake ultrasound images, and now that the truth was out, her relationship with Hwang Jin Goo was in jeopardy. However, Shin Yojin was too focused on Eunchang's situation to care about Yoon Se-young's deceit. She decided to have Guhana tested and asked Hwang Jin Goo to bring her to the hospital. Guhana, unaware of the seriousness of Eunchang's condition, immediately rushed to the hospital. After a quick bone marrow test, the results came back showing that Guhana was the perfect match. The attending physician was surprised to find that Guhana and Eunchang had a genetic match similar to that of a mother and child. This was shocking because Guhana had never given birth, and it was already reported that Eunchang had a genetic match with Shin Yojin and his grandfather Yoon Sung-ho. It was soon revealed that Guhana was actually Eunchang's biological mother, not her aunt, as initially thought. This meant that Shin Yojin had another daughter, which shocked both her and Guhana. Despite the surprise, Guhana was determined to donate the bone marrow, saying she didn't care about the manipulation or the confusion. She was just relieved and happy that she could save Eunchang's life. Guhana no longer wanted anything to do with Shin Yojin, who had left her coldly despite Eunchang's distress. Guhana was just focused on helping Eunchang no matter what the truth about her identity was.
'Cause you are beautiful.